Hello everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from stampyourartout.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Andover, Minnesota in the US, and I'm here to bring you a live paper crafting class. Thank you all for joining me. This is actually a special class, and then there's a show and share, and then there's a product reveal. It's just gonna be like one big mass of stuff in this one video. So, and it's not really a class, I guess, because I'm not walking you through showing you how to do something. You're gonna look at directions and clues. It's a mystery stamping project today, and you're going to take those written directions and verbal directions from me, use your supplies at home, and try to come up with the same sort of card that I have at the end. All right, well, welcome everyone. Did you grab your tools already? In the description of my video that I had, I think the last 24 hours, the live announcement was there with the description. There was a link. I like this idea. This was so much fun. So there's a link to a PDF, and that PDF, I'm gonna grab it here so you can see it. Oops. Oh, where did it go? Here it is. Okay, that sheet looks like this. So it has a clickable link up here so that you can click on it. It takes you to the video. And then it has materials to gather and how to cut and prep the materials so that you're ready to get going with the mystery stamping project. So how many of you did that? How many of you found that link and used it? So fun. Oh, hello, look at this. We have people from Florida and Canada and Maine. Maine is so beautiful, but I'm guessing at this time of year. In Minnesota, we have all the trees changing colors, but I've seen pictures from Maine in autumn, and oh my goodness sakes. So welcome, welcome, Cindy, fellow Minnesotan. So I'm going to go back to my regular screen right now and move this aside because that was small print. I'm going to show you another one, and that's larger print that you'll be able to follow along with. Anyways, we're going to get started with that first, and then we're going to move into new products. And then I'm going to show you some cards and gifts that I've been receiving, including this box, like a truckload, from Rose Carey, who spoiled me for my birthday. She calls it Happy Birthaween. She loves Halloween. She loves Halloween so much. And my birthday is mid-August, but she loves creating this little, well, she did it last year, and so she did it again this year. And I'm just like in awe of all that she has. So you're gonna see that. You're gonna see a beautiful blanket. Oh gosh, what else do I have? Birthday cards and a few sympathy cards. Some of you might know that my husband's mother passed away recently, so really pretty sympathy cards to share. But yeah, a box on the ground that has the advent calendar in it and a new kit, and then all these products that demonstrators could pre-order this month that debut on November 4th. I didn't buy them all, but I bought a lot of them. So can't wait to share. So should we start? Let me move away from this portion of my computer. Hang on. I'm going to pull up oh, and I want to show you this too, you guys. I'm sorry. This first. Okay. Last Wednesday when I went live for my class, I had promised you that I would have PDFs for the tent cards that we shared. So that is available, and this one is available. I made two separate ones because they were different card products, right? So anyways, those are available. They're on my blog post that's going live today in about an hour and a half, and you'll be able to access them and print them off and add them to your collection because I know a lot of you collect them. Hi, Barb from Tucson. Yay, and Therese from France. Yes. Oh, and I got your email. I just haven't emailed you back yet, so sorry about that. Julie from Brooklyn Park. Woohoo! All right, so we're gonna pull up, you're like right next door. Mystery stamping, let's see here. This is it, right here. Okay, so, and I think I'm gonna move this on, well, I'll just leave it there. I'll leave it there for now. We can maybe make this a little bit bigger. I purposely have this shifted over a bit so that we can read everything. And I'm going to leave it this way. We've been playing around with the mystery stamping videos. Those of you that have tuned in from time to time and you've watched the mystery stamping. Last time I did like a 3 different screen thing, and I did product shares while we were doing the mystery stamping. But this mystery stamping is a fun fold, And I don't want you to do techniques. I don't want you to go from start to finish and complete the card. I want you to make the base of the card, and then you can complete the rest of it later and share it with us in my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group called Stamp Your Art Out group on Facebook. And basically, if you're not part of it, you'll want to join. And then you can see lots of ideas shared by other people, myself. Anyways, we share, and it's fun. And this is a place where you can take and create your projects and then post them so that we can see what you've made. So if you do a finished card after this mystery stamping is done, please share it there. When you're asking to join this group, by the way, please answer the membership questions. I have like 30 people waiting to get in, and I keep forgetting to go back and tell them to answer the membership questions. You need to do that, otherwise I can't let you in. Okay, so you're gonna cut and prepare some pieces, and you can see here that I have blue highlighted measurements and green highlighted measurements. We did this last time, it worked really well. So if you're watching and you're using A4 cardstock instead of letter cardstock, the metric measurements are what you want to follow, the ones in green, okay? Yay! And then the imperial, or the ones with inches, are the ones that those of us in like North America, oh, there's other parts of the world that use metric too. Sorry, I just don't know where they are. I'm sure if I thought for a minute. Anyways, okay, so if you're using letter size cardstock, you're using inches. And so you'll want to follow those directions. I use inches because that's what I demonstrate with all the time. But I love that we have a worldwide view on YouTube, and I want all of you to be able to create along with me. So please pull out your cardstock and cut. Your designer paper, your basic white or very vanilla, based on your designer paper. So you're gonna look at your designer paper that you're choosing and say, okay, is the neutral color in there more like basic white, or is it more like a very vanilla? So choose a white or vanilla that goes with your patterned paper. In the Stampin' Up world, we call it designer paper. And then you'll want to pick out some coordinating cardstock, 2 colors. You'll want one for the base of your card, so that's going to be like the one that you see the most, the color that you see the most. And then the other coordinating cardstock color is more like an accent color, okay? Once you've chosen those, then you're going to cut them. And the designer paper you want 2 different patterns from. If it's double-sided, that's even better, because there is a piece where we're going to see the other side if you manipulate the card. But and that's the 4x9 piece, by the way. So the 4x9 piece should look good in portrait. 4x9, tall, all right? So if you have a pattern that's going in a certain direction, like let's say you have little creatures on it and they're all standing up or whatever, you wanna make sure that they're not gonna be sideways in your card. So cut your paper so that it's tall and that they're still looking good. And then your other pattern, 4x5, should look good in landscape. So 4x5, the 5 inches is the wider part. So it's more of a squattier looking piece because it needs to be in landscape, okay? All right, and then again, you're gonna cut your basic white, your very vanilla, whichever one you choose. You just need a smaller rectangle piece from that. And you need a larger rectangle piece from your accent or your coordinating colored cardstock. That's the 4th one down there. Your base cardstock is going to be 4 1/4 by 11, and I'll tell you where to put the score marks soon. It's going to be a landscape style card. You can see there in Clue 1, landscape style card with the opening in the middle. Another thing we did last time is you gave me the thumbs up. So I know a lot of you aren't commenting right now because you're scrambling for your supplies in your room. If you've gathered up your supplies and you've cut them, go ahead and give me the thumbs up or just type in ready. If you haven't logged into your Google or YouTube account yet, please do so you can follow along in the chat with us. It's going to be fun. If you're watching the after live, by the way, then don't click on the blog post yet because you're going to see photos after, when this blog post goes live, anybody can see the photos of my finished card samples, and then that ruins it if you actually want to do the mystery stamping challenge. So try not to click on the link in the description of the video to go to the blog post until you've tried it out. It's fun. It's sometimes frustrating, but it's fun because nobody's going to see your mistakes. It's a practice card. Please don't use your best papers and all that stuff for it. This is your practice card, okay? So if you make a mistake on it, that's fine. You can, you know, trash pieces or whatever you want to do. Oh, I see a thumbs up from Debbie. Debbie, that's because you knew earlier that I was going to post that in the description. Because she reached out to me and said, can you please post that? I'm like, yeah, I should. I really should. So she put that thought back in my mind. It's been busy here. We have, my youngest is moving to California in just like a week and a half, and we're in Minnesota. So that's a long ways away. And then my other son just had his 20th birthday. He's Mr. Independent. He's driving to see his friends 1-2 hours away at different colleges all the time. Like he's gone all the time. It's crazy seeing your kids grow up like this, right? They go through all these phases, and now we're in the almost empty nest phase. Yeah. Anyways. Oh, thanks, Barbara. She says that she loves the mystery stamping. You know, it's something that I got the idea from Sharon Armstrong. I don't know if she was the inventor of it or not, but she is like a leading guru in it. I'm going to call her the guru of mystery stamping. And I've loved watching what she does with it. And then, of course, my team members love doing it too. And so we just started doing it at our team events. So this is a project that we did at our September 28th team event on Zoom. And this one was successful. I have to admit that the last couple times we've done these in our team events, I've had some frustration, but maybe they're also getting used to it too. I don't know. I'm going to take a supplement here. I'm doing dietary supplements for my osteoporosis because, you know, we're all not getting younger. You're a slowpoke, so you appreciate it. Well, and anybody who's cutting now, hopefully, you know, you're having success at getting these pieces pulled together and ready. I don't see too many more thumbs up yet, but give me the thumbs up or tell me you're ready. Okay, what else do I want to tell you before we move on to the next thing? Today is October 4th at 11 a.m. Central Time. It's a Saturday. And I hope that you're enjoying the start of your October. A big welcome to my returning members. Some of you are commenting to show that you've been returning members by saying things like, I love your mystery stamping or whatever. But thank you for returning to my channel time and time again and watching what I share with you. It's so fun to share. I love sharing. And then welcome to those of you that are new. If you're tuning in for the first time, I hope that you're enjoying, and I hope that you subscribe to my channel and continue to come back. For all of you, I'd love it if you gave me the thumbs up, but you can wait until the video's done. That's totally fine too. And then anybody who would like to subscribe as a free member, you can do that. And if you want to join as a paying member of my channel, you get an extra video each month, at least an extra video as a $5.99 payer each month, a contributing member. If you're paying that much, you're getting a video. And so that is a member perk. You can also join at the 99 cents per month, and that helps support my channel too. All of you who are supporting my channel as tier 1 or tier 2 members, you are helping to pay for electronic equipment, lamps, gosh, all kinds of things that supplement my income to help me to continue to do what I do. So I appreciate that. And what else do I want to say about it? Oh, there's a new thing. If you are an Apple phone user, you can actually, like an iPhone user, you can actually join on your phone now. They were having issues with that for a while. And like if you were on an iPad or an iPhone, there was no link to join to become a member, but you can now. I guess it's there. So yay for that. I'm not seeing a lot of thumbs up, you guys. Are we ready? I hope we're ready because I'm going to move on. We're going to continue. We're going to move to the next screen. Yell at me if we're too far ahead, okay? I really wanted some thumbs up, but maybe we don't have a lot of viewers. I can't actually check to see how many viewers we have because I'm using my computer to share with you the clues. Please give me the thumbs up or tell me, wait. Okay, I'm going to give it a few more seconds because there's always this delay when we're doing live broadcasting. So if you need me to wait, tell me to back up. I'll give it a second here. Oh, that's funny. Deb says, we're not getting older, we're just recycling our best parts. It's true, we recycle all our lives, don't we? We're always shedding old cells and making new cells. And okay, that's kind of weird to talk about, but it's true. I'm going to scroll through the comments. I see a thumbs up from Heidi. Hi, Deb. Anybody else want to give me the thumbs up or tell me to wait? I'm trying to pause here. Hi, Kim. How are you, Miss Torkelson? I'm seeing thumbs up. So if we're not getting frustrated out there, then we must be okay. Clue number 2. All right, we're ready? You're going to now take and score your 4 1/4 by 11 inch cardstock. So this is your base cardstock. Remember there were 2 colors of cardstock. There's your base and there's your accent color. Oh, wait and explain the DSP. I'm going to go back. For Margaret. Okay, we're going back for just a second. The DSP designer series paper is what she's referring to. Your 4x9 cut piece should work in portrait. It should be a tall piece. So don't have your flowers going sideways on a tall piece. If your pattern paper has no direction, it doesn't matter. You don't have to worry about whether it looks good in portrait or landscape. But if it does have direction, it should look good tall, 4x9. And then your 4x5, your pattern should work horizontally, landscape. That's what I meant by that. And if you can get them from both the same pack of paper, that would be best. Okay, so you're gonna score your 4 1/4 by 11 inch cardstock. This is your base cardstock, and you're gonna score it at 2 3/4 inches in from each end. Okay, so you're gonna take your long cardstock and you're gonna score here and you're gonna score here. Okay, so you're scoring in from each end at 2 3/4. When you fold in on those score lines, you're going to form the base of your card. And when you position it horizontally in front of you, the opening is going to be in the middle. I'm wearing a wig that is shedding today. I can't tell you how many little strands I've pulled out of this wig. Probably because it's a long hair wig. Just wanted to wear a wig today. I didn't have time to wash my hair. Sometimes we don't. And when you don't have time to wash your hair, wigs are like so awesome. Hi, Kathy. I love it. Thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to say it one more time. You're going to score your cardstock, base cardstock piece, which is 4 1/4 by 11, at 2 3/4 inches in from each side. You're going to fold on those score lines inward. And what you're going to get is your folded card base positioned horizontally in front of you with the opening in the middle. I'm seeing thumbs up, so we're going to move. All right. We're going to go on to clue number, what are we on next? 3. So let's see. I'm trying to think if there's other things that I forgot to tell you. Oh, if you have questions, you can share them along the way here. If I miss them at the end of the video, I'll try to remember to ask if you have questions again and post again, or even post throughout, and eventually I'll see your question. We don't have Trisha with us today. She's our moderator that joins us on Wednesdays for my classes where I do a lot of teaching. Hi, Kelly from Nebraska. Hey, Suzanne. Thanks for joining in. All right, clue number 3. I'm going to read it. You may have already read it because it's right in front of you, but I'll read it. And sometimes I add like an extra little explanation because I'm nice that way. All right, we're going to take the 4x5 piece of designer paper. We're going to take that 4x5 piece, which was the horizontal one, right? And you're going to cut it into 2 equal pieces. Those pieces should measure 2.5 by 4. Easy peasy. Then you're going to stick those 2 pieces onto the doors of your card base. Because remember, your card opens in the middle. So it's like a little cupboard door kind of card. And you're going to adhere those pieces each to the front panels of the doors of your card base. Hi, Nina. This is fun. I can read comments on mystery stamping days because I'm looking at my device the whole time. So it's really fun to read what you guys are sharing. Thank you. If you have something that you have tried to share with me before and I haven't caught it, or I've read it and then forgotten to, you know, like acknowledge it, post it again. I have menopause brain. So I don't sometimes remember why I went upstairs or why I went to the next room or why I clicked on something on my computer. I'm like, wait, why did I do this? It's so fun. Hey, Kay. Kay is from Summery, Indiana. Summery, Indiana. And when you say that together, it's Cindiana. Sorry, Summery, Indiana. So it must be hot there or warm. We're having hot weather here too, which is crazy because it's early October and normally October is like the month of April in Minnesota. You can have extremely warm days and you can have snowy, blizzardy days. Same thing here. October in Minnesota. It's like the month where everything just goes berserk for a while. And then pretty much by November we're cold. But yeah, crazy. All right, so we have those pieces adhered. I hope nobody's giving me the thumbs up, but that's a pretty quick and easy thing to do. You just cut it in half and then stick those two pieces on the front doors. Thank you, Debbie. The front doors of your card base. By the way, I have written this wig down as Dolce and Dolce before, but I think it's Stella. I have to look it up. Anyways, I took it off my rack, my little hair rack. I have this wall of wigs, I call it, in my room, my bedroom. And I took it off of there today and put it on, and I looked at the tag. I'm like, Stella. I thought this was my Dolce and Dolce one. So I don't know. Maybe I have to. I'm gonna have to look it up. So just know that I'm not positive about the wig, and I quickly added the description into my video today to see if I could get it in there before we start the video. But I did. Toasty in Kansas. Heidi's giving me the thumbs up. It could snow any day, right? It's 90 degrees this weekend, but it could snow any day. All right, I'm gonna move. I'm thinking I'm gonna move. We're gonna go to clue number 4. I hope that clue number 4 time is okay. We have to now open the doors of our card, and we're gonna stick the 3 1/4. This is the part that confused a lot of those in my Stampers with Art community when we were doing this in our group Zoom event. They were like, but it's so small. Yes, you're going to open the doors of your card and you're going to adhere the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 accent color of cardstock horizontally in the center of your opened card, right in the middle, smack dab in the middle. Make sure it's centered. In the upper 80s and low 90s in Dallas. That's what we're getting right now too, Heidi, and we're way up north. That's crazy, a heat wave all across. I was guessing you'd be hotter down there, but I don't know. Maybe we're just having a heat wave up here and it's normal for you guys down there. Maybe, I don't know. My son, Nick, wants to move to Texas. So I'm gonna have a son in California and eventually I'm gonna have a son in Texas, and we're gonna have to fly to visit our kids all the time. Oh, my fault for having them travel so much when they were younger. All right, so again, open the doors of your card. Remember the front opens in the middle. Open the doors of your card and adhere your 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 accent color of cardstock horizontally centered in the middle. That should have been quick and easy. I'm not gonna wait for the thumbs up. You guys are slow on the thumbs up. Hi, Marcia. That's okay that you're late. You know what? Just sit back and enjoy. Or you can stop and like not watch it if you miss part of it, because you might want to watch the mystery stamping clues if you want to join along. Or you're just going to have to deal with it and accept that you missed out on the beginning clues, because you might not want to miss the rest of the video. I'm going to share new products too. I'm signed up for this afternoon, but I have to go back and review all of this. Thank you so much for doing it. Yes, you certainly can bow out of the video and come back in if you want to watch it from the beginning. Hi, Darlene. Roseville, California. We have a Roseville, Minnesota, too. Yes, so what she's talking about, what Marcia's talking about is this afternoon, Stampin' Up! Is hosting World Card Making Day event. It's a virtual 1-hour event. It's at 2 p.m. Mountain Time or 3 p.m. Mountain Time or Central Time, so my time. And I posted it wrong last night because I was just like, trying to do too much at once. So forgive me if you saw a different time. It's at 2 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Central Time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and 1 p.m. Pacific Time. And then if you're in different parts of the world, you're going to have to figure that out because I don't have them all memorized. But that is this afternoon, and it is involving the Handmade and Heartfelt kit that I shared with all of you on the, what day was it? Oh, I don't even know where my kit is. Oh, here it is. It's on the floor. So this kit here, so they're going to take that kit and they're going to create with it. And I'm not sure if they're doing just the actual kit with the directions. I'm assuming they are because they're going to have beginning crafters too. But you can take and go back to my video and you can check out my alternates if you haven't seen them yet, and then do that with your kit if you want to too. She can always watch the replay, but the thing is, Kathy, if that happens, she's going to see the finished card at the end. That's why I was saying if she wants to stop, but yeah, like if you want it to be a surprise. I think we're ready to roll because I'm not seeing anybody yelling at me. So clue number 5, here we go. Score your 4x9. Score your 4x9 designer paper parallel to the short edge at 3 and at 6. So you're dividing it into 3 equal pieces with the score lines. See, that's an extra clue that I throw in there that I don't read, but you're dividing it into 3 equal pieces with the score lines. See, it's good to listen to. Then with your pattern facing you, the one that you like, the pattern that you like facing you, hold the top of the designer paper strip with one hand, while with the other hand folding back at the 3-inch score line and then forward at the 6-inch score line. This will create a zigzag or a Z-fold. Keep it folded, so flatten it down into that fold and adhere it to the back, back up. Adhere the back of it to the 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 accent cardstock layer on the inside of your card. Suzanne's got 6 thumbs up. You must be through clue 6. I'm teasing. Heidi says we don't usually get cold until maybe late November. And then again, there's been Christmases that we've been out playing football because it's 75 degrees in Texas. Yeah. Cold usually comes January or February. And you know what's funny? One February, like we built a skating rink because I always had one growing up. Every single year, my dad would build a skating rink in front of our house. And so I wanted that to happen at our house. And I pushed for it and pushed for it. We finally did it. And then we had a February where it melted. Like everything went to like 40, 50 degrees for a while. And so my husband said, never again. Yeah, oh well. You've already watched the Stampin' Up live? We're in Germany. We're early in Germany, aren't we? Oh, wow. Oh, so they had an earlier time for you all? That would make sense, I suppose. You're watching in Maine and it's 70 degrees here and sunny. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna read it one more time. Score that 4x9 designer paper parallel to the short edge at 3 inches and at 6 inches. Just check to make sure you've done this, okay? Then you hold the top of this designer paper strip with the pattern facing you that you like. You're gonna hold it with one hand and then with the other hand fold back on the 3-inch score line and forward at the 6-inch score line. It's gonna create a zigzag fold or a Z fold. Now flatten it, keep it folded, flip it over, put adhesive on the back side and add it to your accent card layer on the inside of your card. She runs an outdoor rink in Vermont. Oh my gosh, that sounds like so much fun. Yeah, I used to ice skate all the time. And I got the pom-poms on my skates. We would make pom-poms every year, and that would be my pom-poms for the year. Thanks for the thumbs up, Debbie. We're almost done with the clues here for the base of your fun fold card. And then I'm going to show you samples. And you're going to go ahead and like continue on with the last clues. I'm going to give you some extra directions, but you're going to continue on and you're going to finish up your card. But just hang in there because we're not quite done yet. This one's confusing you. Okay, which way are we adhering it? Horizontal or vertical? Well, it's gonna fit on there horizontal because when it's folded flat, it's gonna look horizontal on top of your already horizontal piece, on top of your open horizontal card base. It's gonna fit with an 1/8 inch border. The accent color underneath it's gonna show an 1/8 inch border. So if you adhere it the other way, it's not gonna look like it's sticking right in the middle there. You know what I mean? Cool, you guys are sharing where you're from because you're seeing things that you have in common. The SU Live was at 2 p.m. German time. Oh, so like that would have been, what, just recently. Hang on a minute. 2 p.m. 7, 8, 9. Just a while ago. Just like a couple hours ago, right? I think. Yeah, because you guys are 7 ahead of us. At least I think you are. Okay, I'm going to read it one more time. You're going to take that flattened down piece. Okay, so I'll start over. Score the 4x9 piece parallel to the short edge at 3 and at 6. You've got 3 sections in that vertical piece, right? You're going to zigzag it. So when you're holding it up, you're going to fold back on the 3 inch, forward on the 6 inch, and then squish it into that Z fold or the zigzag fold. Keep it folded. Flip it over, put adhesive on the back side, and then stick it down onto your 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 accent cardstock layer, which is already on the inside of your card. All right, I'm just reading through to see if I have any other questions. I hope that helped for those of you that were confused on that. You had pom-poms on your roller skates. Yes. Yes, a lot of people did that too. Pom-poms were the big deal, man. Okay, Heidi's saying, got it. Open to the top or to the bottom? Well, when you extend it, it's going to open upward, if that makes sense. So you can see the inside. Yeah. This is where a lot of people got confused because they're like, what? It looks like, I don't know, like a T, an upside down T. Letter T. Yes. Oh, it's now 6:30. Yep. So 3.5 hours ago. Oh. All right. Ready? We're moving on. Clue number 6. Now you're going to open up this 4x9 designer paper once more, and you're going to adhere the 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 neutral or basic white or vanilla cardstock in that lower third. So there's where your other piece of cardstock comes in. You got your base cardstock, you have your accent colored cardstock, and then you had your neutral cardstock, right? This is where your neutral or basic white or very vanilla cardstock gets stuck down on the bottom third, the lower third of this open 4x9 piece. Fun, 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 fun. I hope that you're all having success with this, and I hope that yours turns out similar to mine. We did have like 100% success as far as the fold of the base on our team event, so that was a good thing. People got confused on this 4x9 piece, but you'll see that it works out. Plus it folds back down. Okay. Any other announcements that I can share while we're sitting here waiting for everybody to stick that on there? The advent calendar I have to show you today. Don't forget about World Card Making Day event this afternoon if you're registered for it. 3 new kits were added to the kits collection. I have one of them to share with you today. Last Chance products got refreshed. So if you're wanting to check that out, you can go to the online store, and I think it's under specials. You want to go to Last Chance and see what is leaving. Make sure that you grab up anything before it disappears, and some of them are discounted. Seeing some thumbs up, this is good. All right, we're gonna now close the card. So squish down that Z-fold card again, close up your doors on your card, and this is clue number 7, which is basically the last thing. There's one more thing, but you're gonna close the card and you're gonna take some time to cut, punch, die cut, stamp, embellish, do something to create a front layer for your card, and you're going to attach it only to the left door. I'm not going to give you time to do this right now. This is an extra thing that you're going to do off to the side, but attach it only to the left door. So picture that. And then clue number 8 is to open your card, cut, punch, die cut, stamp, etc., to decorate the top of the folded designer paper strip. So you're going to decorate both the front and then the top of that folded designer paper strip on the inside. One little thing to note for the inside layer, don't put anything that's real bumpy in there because it's your inside layer. You know, like keep it pretty mellow and flat. And then you can also stamp a sentiment onto your 2 3/4 by 3 3/4 basic white or very vanilla layer. I want to give a big thank you to Tony Shaw, who was the inspiring person here. She gifted me a card, and it inspired this mystery stamping project. So thank you, Tony Shaw. I'm going to show you 3 card samples. So we're going to take these clues away. We're taking them away. Does anyone have any quick questions though? I thought you said this was portrait. If we go all the way up to the top, it doesn't say it's portrait. It says, let's see here. This will be a landscape style card with the opening in the middle. The only thing that was portrait was the pattern paper. The 4x9 pattern paper. That has to be portrait. Hope that helps. Let's see how successful you were, okay? We're gonna move away from the clues. I'm gonna close those out of the way for a minute here. And I'm gonna bring you to my desktop so you can see finished sample cards. I'm gonna show you Tony Shaw's first, okay? She did this one with the, oops, it's upside down, with the, and I'm gonna make sure I tell you the right products here. I don't have this paper, which is so crazy. I was looking for it and I don't have it. It is called, if I can find, oh, I'm on the wrong blog post, aren't I? No, this is the right one. Here it is. I bet all of you are like, write it down, Rachel. Floral Charm. This is Floral Charm, the Floral Charm Suite. I only have parts and pieces of it, but she made me this beautiful card with it. So here's the opening in the middle. Here's that 4x5 piece of designer paper that looked good landscape, cut in half and stuck on the front. Here's that layering piece that goes only on the left side. And then when you open it up, it looks like this, but this piece you can extend upward. Isn't that pretty? So fun. So this part is portrait, yes. The rest of it was all kind of landscape-ish. So this had to be looking good in portrait or upside, you know, up and down mode. Didn't want your flowers upside down. Here's that layer, the neutral layer that we added. You can stamp it or you can write on it. And then here is like the amount of decoration that you could do on the front of your zigzag pattern piece here. You don't want to do like a ton because you don't want it to be too thick. This is where you want your decoration galore, is right on the front there. So that is from Tony Shaw. Thank you, Tony. And then this card is one that I made with, oops, not showing you that one yet. And they're all upside down. What the heck, Rachel? Okay, this one I'm showing you next. This one was done with the, nope, hang on. Gathering Together suite of products. This is the one that I made based off of her design. So here we have this piece attached just to the front. I do have it up on dimensional, so it just kind of gives it a little bit more, you know, shadow and lift. And I've used some sequins in here. These are the loose gold sequins stuck on with multi-purpose liquid glue. I have some of the twine, the Early Espresso, and I think it's Mossy Meadow, Early Espresso, and Old Olive linen thread, it's called. And I stuck that on with a glue dot. This is Daffodil Delight. This is basic white. This here is accents from the paper, and I just used my scissors to trim around it and stick it on there. This is more of the paper. This is more of the paper. So I used a lot of the paper in this design. The stamp is from the stamp set called Gathering Moments. And then you open it up and it looks like this. And here's the extended piece on the inside. Do you love it, you guys? Thank you. Woohoo! So real basic and simple on this piece here because you don't want it to be too bulky. And this is where you'll see, possibly see the opposite side of the designer paper. So because it's in there exposed, it's nice to have double-sided pattern paper. Here's more of the Daffodil Delight, Daffodil Delight. I know it recommends it recommends crushed curry for the yellow. No, Darling Duckling I think is recommended, but I just wanted something brighter. And because this is watercolory looking, I figured I could do really any of those yellows. So, okay. And then we have one more to share. And that one, so if you see any supplies that were used on these cards that you wanted to know more about, I have them listed below in my video description. They're linked so that you can click on them and shop from them. You can also go to my blog post, which will be live at 12:30 p.m. Central Time, and then you can see the visual list of supplies. And then this is the third card I made, and this is using new products, and these new products are, and this is where I'm going to screw up, but let me make sure here. They are Brushed with Beauty. That's a new suite that's coming out that I'm going to show you. And designer paper, crumb cake cardstock, Lost Lagoon cardstock, Very Vanilla, Early Espresso ink, Calypso Coral ink, Darling Duckling ink. This is Mossy Meadow cardstock. These are new embellishments that come with the suite. And then of course the paper. You open it up and see what I did with some extra paper. I just figured, we needed a little bit more on those sides. So I took that last, when you cut your designer paper to 4x9, you have an extra 3x4 piece at the top or bottom, depending. I took and cut that in half and then tore it, each of those pieces in half, so that I could have this layer here. So this is the back side of this piece. I just flipped it. So that's how I got that. So if you want to, you can take your extra 3x4 piece and do the same thing where you decorate the edges here. On the inside is more stamped sentiments from that stamp set. Really pretty papers in this, you guys. And if you're working with A4 cardstock, there is a difference. It is longer and it's a little bit thinner in this direction. So that's why those measurements are different for those of you who don't understand why I had the centimeters in there. The measurements are going to be different. See how this is not the exact same size? So these layers. So, and then the inside is pretty much the same measurements, but the base and these pieces here, the layering pieces, had to be different in order to work for that cardstock. So, all right, so shall we get to some new products here? New products. Okay, so let me pull up the box. Oh, and we'll just put it behind me here. We'll start with products that you can get now. All right. Yeah, hang on. Got my one right here. All right, so products that you can get now. You like the DSP on the sides of the cards? I do too, Cindy. I think it just kind of fancies it up a little bit more. Room for handwritten notes? Absolutely. If you wanted to, you could take and write on those sides, especially if you're using a light colored base cardstock. Thanks, Kay. Okay, this here has been available since I think the 23rd of September, and we need to zoom out because it is huge. It is a big, big kit. That's what I'm going to call it. It is called our 12 Days of Christmas Advent Calendar. No, crafting. 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar, which you could give at Christmas time. But what's on the inside of all of these little doors is not really Christmassy per se. I mean, there's a few images that you could make Christmassy if you want to, but it's all year round crafting. It comes with the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar stamp set, which actually is 2 photopolymer sheets large. There's a lot of stamps in here. And these stamps and all the products behind these doors coordinate with each other. If you don't want to see this part, look away. Look away. You could even plug your ears, but this stuff is showing all over the place. So, so if you don't want to see it, you might have a hard time being on the internet for the next couple months if you bought this advent calendar to open 12 days before Christmas. Better to just deal with it and enjoy what's inside. And then you can still open the doors 12 days before Christmas. But here we go. I'm not even going to do them in any order. I'm just going to start opening the doors because they're already open. You get a set of masks with a little brush that you can kind of stipple ink onto the openings of the mask. And the masks all layer together to form some flowers. You get puffy stickers. We have puffy stickers, you guys. This is like the second or third time that I've seen these coming out in Stampin' Up! Products. I think another one was like a travel type of sweet or whatever, but isn't that fun? Strawberries and flowers and cupcakes and rainbows and bows and cherries. Little puffy stickers. Then we have twine. We have twine or linen thread or whatever you want to call it. It's very thin. It's thinner than twine. It's like the thinness of linen thread. So what's nice about it is you get it in two different wrapping colors. You got like a pink color and a blue color in there. And then we have some embellishments. The smallest pockets have the embellishments. This one is filled with shaker type sequins. You can also glue them on, but there's all kinds of pink and gold and iridescent and clear little accent pieces. There's stars, there's flowers, there's hearts. It's goodness in a bag. Oh, that's good. Linda says, I watched the video on opening the advent calendar, but I'll forget about the insides by the time December arrives. Yes, so there you go. You can just, especially if you're like me and you have menopause brain, just forget about it. Here is what's in the other pocket down here. So we went through all these pockets so far. This is one-sided designer paper, but look at how it coordinates. Everything coordinates with the images of the stamp set so that you can make a whole bunch of different fun cards and scrapbook pages and gifts and home decor. So I got it because I'm hoping to design with it this weekend and make some alternate projects for all of you. Well, make some projects for all of you because there's no choreographed projects for this. It's just coordinating product. So I'm hoping to make some things and share them with you next week sometime. In this side, we have ephemera. That's what I'm calling it. Ephemera and like memories and more cards. So these are like 3x4 pieces. And then we have some little bits in here. I'll just open this up here so you can take a little glance at these sheets, which are double-sided. So you have choices. Such nice bright colors too. Just so cheerful. In the dead of winter, this is what we want. You have 83 brain? That's just as bad. Yes, just put your age on the right before the word brain, and that's the kind of brain we have. Menopause, age brain, love it. This is textured paper. So there's some, or not textured, but like embossed, dry embossed paper. So there's some flowers and some little like, I don't know. There's flowers here that are more like random. Is that better? No. Oh, there. If I angle it that way. Oh, there you can see it. Okay, and then we have like rows of just little flowers that are geometrically centered. And then these are like laser cut little labels. Oh my goodness sakes. We're gonna have so much fun with this. More embellishments. These are gold and they have kind of a little raised feel to them, but they're not adhesive, they're loose. So they're like a sequin, not a sequin, they're like a gem because there's a little raised side to them, but there's no adhesive. A few different sizes of them too. More like an antique gold too. Did I open this one? I think I did. No, I did not. This is more like ephemera labels, gold edged, gold foiled. I wish I could share these all with you, but there's a whole video that my friend Sonia did, and she really shows the gorgeousness of this. Glitter glue. Yay! Gold glitter glue. I think it's glue. I don't know. It's probably glue because it has to dry, right? So you just run it along your card and then you have this line of gold glitter. So fun. And I think these are the last two pockets, and I think they're both dies. Hang on. Yes. Then you get a couple sets of dies. This is so worth it, you guys. The price of this is kind of comparable to a suite, and you get basically a double suite in a way. I mean, look at all the dies. You have all of these postage stamp looking dies, and you have these flower ones. There's one with a rainbow in it. Leaves, butterfly. You're gonna get spoiled, just saying. Now this advent calendar is while supplies last. It would make a great gift for somebody. And look, you can do what I did, which would be really tacky. You can stick things in here and then just give it to somebody after, you could open it up, see what's in it, then close it back up again and give them the things that you don't want. And then you can fill the other pockets with other things. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Next, I just love the box. Like, you can totally reuse it, can't you? Okay, the next product that we have that is newish, and yes, this will go over an hour for the video because we have lots to share. This is a new kit. This is the Nutcracker one, and somebody on my team was asking how big those Nutcracker guys were. So we're gonna pull out the pieces here, and we're gonna take a peek. We have just under 5 inches for that one, just under 5 for that one. Yeah, so they're about 4 3/4 inches high, except when you look at the full tag, like this piece here, this is 4 1/4. So the piece that it sits on. And what are we making with this, Rachel? You can make these Nutcracker gift tags. So they're layered pieces, like really fancy gift tags with lots of layers and some, of course, gold glimmery shine on them. And I need to zoom in because we're far away. You get the adhesive in here. You get twine for the strings on it. All of the pieces for making them. I'm going to do something different with them, though. That's why I got the kit, because we got to make cards. So, yeah, you'll be seeing some cards made from that eventually. All right, now the suite that we just shared. The suite that we just shared, you guys. I'm going to show you the papers. And I'm going to show you the stamp sets and dies. Do you see the new packaging? Look at the new packaging. Very fun. You used your accumulated rewards. She used her Stampin' Rewards, Linda did, for her advent calendar, her 12-day advent calendar. Good for you. Okay, so you see this? Petals of Beauty stamp set, Petals of Beauty dies. Same packaging, same size. Measurements, if you're curious, 9 by 5 1/8. I think 5 1/8. Let me do that one more time. 5 1/8. 5 5/8. Silly Rachel. 5 5/8. When you open them up, you have your stamps. Very easy to open and close. And your dies. And you can see the images of both on the front packaging, which is great. So you can see how they coordinate together, and you can store them next to each other in your bins. The Country Hive is coming out with some bins, or they came out with some, or they have some that work. I don't know, I have to talk to Ashley. But you can store them like this in front of you, you know, and then kind of like breeze through and look for what you're looking for. So I'm changing up my shelving. We're gonna accommodate these new products. And then this is the paper from that suite. Oh, and I cut some of it, so breezing through is kind of cumbersome here. That's the paper. This suite, again, is called Brush with Beauty. The colors are Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Secret Sea, and Very Vanilla. Again, stamp images and dies. Two bundles in there. You also get this beautiful embossing folder. It's called Beautiful Pattern Embossing Folder. I have not opened it up yet, but you can see on the front better than if I took and opened it up this way. But basically it will give you that impression onto your paper. And then I did, of course, have to use up some of these beautiful embellishments that are in the colors Calypso Coral, Basic White, and Crumb Cake. So you can see how gorgeous they are. They're shiny. They're fairly low profile. They're not like super high. One of my favorite kinds, right? The lower they are, the better they mail. And I need to cut my, I'm gonna do it now for you. This is how I prefer to open my embellishment containers. Trim off the side, and then all I have to do is kind of manipulate this here to pull them out. When I want to put them back, I grab the side, I kind of round this out and stick it back in. And it's so much easier, so much quicker. This here, we were told we can share, so you can find a link to getting this flyer in my blog. The online exclusives, you can see this is the suite that I am introducing to you now. It also has vellum paper. Oh my gosh, the vellum. We're having vellum again, everybody. Vellum is coming back. So fun. And it's 12 by 12 size, so you get plenty of it. So vellum is coming back. Here's the 2 bundles, the paper, the embossing folder, and the embellishments. I'm going to show you the next set of products. I got the other suite too. I just couldn't help myself. It is called, it's always based on the name of the designer paper, Hobby Haven. And Hobby Haven has Basic Beige, Cajun Craze, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pecan Pie, Petal Pink, Secret Sea, and I'm sure others. Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. Oh, that's why. Because there's a lot of goodies on this last one here. Hang on, I'm going to make sure I've got it. Okay. So you have, let's take a peek at the paper first. So you have in here different hobbies. You have the person who loves to read. That's my hubby. Backside. Then you have the person who loves to take care of themselves and go to spas and, you know, do all that kind of good stuff. And there's the back side of that. Then you have the person who loves to be creating in the kitchen, baking, cooking, spicing things up. Back side of that paper. They do have beautiful paper, Pammy Lou. I agree with you. Hi, Pam. All right, the next one. This is the person who loves to relax with plants, maybe the gardener, person who fills up the house or gardens outside too. I mean, the plants are inside, but you can totally, you know, relate as a gardener if you garden outside too to that beautiful paper. This is for someone who does, oh gosh, what kind of hobby would you call this? With the threads, sewing and needlework and quilting and fabric art, is that what we call it? And then the back side of that is gorgeous. Sorry, I love that blue. Then you get 2 sheets. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's 2 sheets here of cutouts, little paper cutouts. And check out, I mean, they easily fall out, so you don't even have to worry about like having tons of edges on them. But look at all the different elements that you can use as accent pieces. You could make one of the cards that we just did for the mystery stamping project with this and not even have to dive into your stamps. Well, unless you want a sentiment, but it's really fun paper. In addition to that, you have stamps. This is the Creative Haven stamp set and the Creative Haven dies. The containers for dies and stamps are the same, so it's okay that I'm mixing them up right now. Let's take a peek at these. Here we have the stamps. Here we have the dies. You can see that they will fit into the different positioning. You have some extra dies for foliage. You have some words in here that are separate from the actual label look, and better show you on here. So there you go. Stars, you have some extra stars there. This would be a great chalkboard looking type of stamp if you were to stamp white on black, you know, like emboss white on black. That would look really cool. And then you also have ribbon in here. It's like a chevron ribbon. Sorry, still getting used to the packaging. It's like a chevron ribbon. And it's got green in it, garden green. I have been looking for garden green ribbon for a long time. They finally have some out again. One of the best colors in my mind for all kinds of goodness. Where's my scissors? We'll just use this one. Don't tell anyone I'm using my ribbon scissors on plastic. Get it under there. So you see, it's just a light amount of garden green chevrons in there, and the rest of it's white. Really pretty, really thin. It's like 1/8 of an inch wide. So it's called garden green white chevron ribbon. There we go. I kind of already explained that, didn't I? And then we have embellishments, and the embellishments are more on the dark color side. You get in here, and I don't have the colors memorized, so I can't tell you. But my guess is cherry cobbler, early espresso, pecan pie, and Lost Lagoon. That's my guess. Small and large. We'll slide them back in, open the side, curl this, slide it all in. Clean up the desk, Rachel. So that one is on page 2. There is the Hobby Haven suite of products. And yes, you can access this PDF. Stampin' Up! Has allowed us to share it, which is very cool. I have just a few more. So mainly I focused on the suites this time, and then I got a couple bundles. So let me show you the bundles. I got Friendly Foliage. All of our stamps are now photopolymer. The stamps that are coming out are all going to be photopolymer, totally clear stamps, which is why the narrower packaging allows you more in your craft room. What's fun about this stamp set here is this image. You can cut out, first you cut the outline out, and then you can center these together, but this goes in the middle. And then you have this whole thing cut out, and the insides are cut out. It's just gonna be amazing, that image right there. I'm loving it. Really great sentiments, thinking of you, get well soon, sending love, you're on my heart, or on my mind and in my heart. Really pretty sentiments in that one. I love it. And it's leaves. Who doesn't love leaves? The more embellishments, the better. They are fun. And then, of course, the dies. We have another bundle. We have the Delicate Framing Bundle. I was drawn to this one mainly because of the sentiment font. Like, look at those beautiful words. And again, like, just kind of a great overall type of stamp set image. Big hugs, so very thankful, here for you, so happy for you. I mean, you can send these for so many different occasions. It's one of those basic stamp sets that you probably never ever will give away or sell or throw, because it has sentiments that work for any occasion, pretty much, right? And then the dies are just decorative dies. Like, you can buy these separately, but you might as well get them together because they're both amazing. Look at the beauty of these dies, the delicate intricacy, just gorgeous little edges that you're gonna have and accents. And then we have On Display. Look at how clever this is, you guys. So you have these little stamp images, you have these dies that will cut out the stamp images, and then you have this, which is like a shelf, or whatever you want to call it. This goes on top of the shelf. I'm guessing right up here, this is maybe the top of it, and this is the bottom. I don't know, but this, oh no, this could be the bottom, because it could be the legs of the armoire or I don't know, cupboard or whatever you want to call it, but it's got this really pretty mock wood type of piece that goes across the top here, and then you put things on the shelf. So you can put plants all over it, you can put a bird and a cat, or maybe dishes or whatever. Look at all the fun. You can put books on the shelf, and then you have words, of course. But this will be a fun one to put together. I love the kitty. The kitty's so cute. Okay, and then the last bundle that I have is a punch and stamp set bundle. So you have all these fun banners here. See that? And then you have the words that fit into them. So you can stamp these down, stick your strip of cardstock in here. And if you're gonna do this, I recommend using a strip that's going to be narrow and long. Stamp it, stick your strip in after it's been stamped on, and stamp or punch where you want so that you're not punching a whole big piece of cardstock to get your tiny little words. Just put your strip in there. So cue the confetti. That's good. That's cute. I like that. Okay, and then the last thing that I got was doilies. They're called Lovely Doilies in Bubble Bath and Real Red. They have printing on them. You can see there's printing. Bubble Bath printing on both of them, it looks like. But you also have a flip side. So if you want to, you can have red, pink, or non-printed, but still pretty, white doilies. Very fun. Very, very fun. That's what I had to share today. Don't forget to check out the rest of this that includes lots of products. You can download it from my website in about 20 minutes. Well, actually you can do it now, I think. I think it's accessible now in the promotions area of my website at the bottom of the blog post. And I keep talking about my website and then I forget to share the name of it. Stampyourartout.com. You can go visit there. You can also look in the description of my video for links to things. We're moving on, you guys. Are you still with me or am I just talking to nobody out there? Oh, good. I see some comments coming through. Wonderful, wonderful. I do love my leaves, Susan. Yes, I do. Oh, the stamp set matches your punch. Which one? And it's not really my punch, but she's talking about the bow punch. This one? It kind of does. If that's what you're referring to. It kind of does, doesn't it? That's probably why I like it so much. All right, so as I told you, and as you may have known from past videos, my mother-in-law passed away. She suffered a long time, and there's almost like a slight relief. We do miss her, and we wish she would have been able to hang in there longer, but she was not doing well, and so with dementia, and it's kind of a relief to many to see, to see a loved one suffering for so long. To have them pass is good, right? Because we don't want them to be suffering anymore. But we're not going to talk about that. Oh my gosh. Okay. But we did receive a lot of sympathy cards, and I want to just go through those really quickly and show you the sympathy cards that we've been receiving. So grateful to all of you who have been sending your well wishes, your cards, your comments through posts and things like that. It's been very kind and reassuring and comforting. Tim is taking all of these cards once I share them, and he's going to keep them with keepsakes. So I don't get to hang on to these cards anymore. So I'm going to be saying goodbye to them, but he's going to send them off to his sister, my sister-in-law, and she's going to store them. That's how much cards mean to this family. So thank you for sending cards. This one was given to us by Kathy Vandenberg, very pretty with the gallery blooms, I think it's called. And here's another from that same paper pack. This one here was gifted to us by Nancy Keebler and her husband. This one here is from Tony Shaw. And then we have, I'm just going through things quickly because we got lots to share, everybody. I'm so sorry. This is from Gail Beth Rice. Really pretty colors on that. Anytime you have that watercolory paper, I think it's just perfect for carrying and thinking of you kind of cards, right? I'm gonna keep this envelope with it. Okay, and then we have this card. This is Sweet and Simple and Pretty from Jennifer Platt. I love the way she just separated into strips to give it more, more focus. And then this sentiment piece just overlaps those little strips just barely. It's really pretty. Here is that new tree stamp set. This is from Cindy Howard. The stamps and the dies onto that beautiful autumn paper that we have. Gorgeous card from Cindy Howard and her husband. This is not Stampin' Up! Product, but still just a paper crafting idea From Vase Smith, you can see she's used some printed papers and labels in some unique ways. We've got the flower going over some kind of focused little element there. That's from Vase Smith. We have, back to the Gallery Blooms paper, we have a card from Yvonne Wood with the flowers on top and bottom. And in this opening section is where she added the ribbon with the sentiment and some embellishments. And then we have this card, which is using an older stamp set that I was so deeply in love with when it was current. It's a gorgeous tree, very pretty card. This was given to us by Claudia Hecht. Here's a sweet and simple card from Kim Narveson, and it probably wasn't simple to put together, but the simplicity of the look. She has the score lines in here to give a little texture. Made that probably with the scoring blade on the trimmer, just to give some creases into your cardstock. Here's those arches dies, and then all of the prettiness that she put in here on that bokeh paper and stamping and coloring with blends markers. Really pretty, Kim, thank you. We have this card, which was given to us by Cheryl Lee and her hubby. We have some of those gold flower embellishments, strips of tear and tape adhesive, and then added some gold embossing powder, so you get those straight strips of gold embossed look there. Nice texture, very pretty card from Cheryl and Al Lee. And then we have this card from Teresa Glow and her husband Craig, using some of that beautiful watercolor paper, some linen thread, just subtly in these places here, some of those rectangle dies to give a little element of texture. We have some of our older paper that was kind of like the Gallery Blooms, only like with more of I'm trying to think of the kind of paint this is. I don't remember. Is it like an oil paint? Or I don't know. But it's got the hand-painted flower look, and all of the papers have different color combinations with different flowers. I don't know if you remember that one. I can't think of the name of it. This here is like an ephemera piece, I believe, I think, unless it was stamped and die cut. I can't remember. But this is from Melody Smith, really pretty. Here is an easel card made by Suzanne Hertzler. And Past Paper Pumpkin is what this piece is. I'm not sure if this was a card base that came with it. I can't remember, but gorgeous, really pretty card. We have this Sympathy card. That's from Nancy Ragusi. And we have this one with different rectangular elements. There's the bow punch. This is from Becky Ewing. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, it's tough. Alzheimer's, dementia. My mother-in-law had dementia with Lewy bodies, which I guess is even harder because there's an extra little thing in there that I don't know if it does something to her organs or something like that, but she was in pain the last several days of it. It was hard for her to get up and down, and then eventually it was hard for her to even move in bed. So, hey Rose, good that you could come on. This one is from Susan Holmes, who I know is watching. Am I keeping these in the camera right? I hope so. Keep looking at the cards and not looking at what I'm sharing. And then this is from Pat Frank and her family. And it's a fold like this, a unique fold. And then she wrote on the back side. And then this card is also from Pat Frank. She's very good at card giving. She gave me 2 sympathy cards, but it's a card that splits here to open up. Really pretty. Yes, I agree. The beauty that people can do when they hand make cards, it's just gorgeous. Now there's one other thing that I want to share with you, and I'm going to zoom out just a tad so you can see, but we were gifted a quilt by Pam Dale and her friends at the church she attends. She's in a group where they pray over quilts, and they tie the knots as they pray. And this was the quilt that she sent for Tim to have. And what's amazing is that this quilt was picked out by somebody who prayed over it, and it's the color that he loves. Okay, now I'm crying. All right, we're gonna keep moving on. But it was just kind of shocking to hear her story about that. Okay, I did get some other gifts. These gifts are from Marcia Mendenhall. She just gave me some cute little boxes and little treat containers, or tablets, I should say. Tablets, yeah, mainly tablets. So there's like a tablet decorated here. There's a notebook type thing decorated here. And then this fun little box. And so she was just sending lots of ideas with a gift that she had recently. And she also sent me this little ice cube tray with butterfly shapes. So now that I've shared it with you, I can't wait to use it. I'll be using that soon. And I'm going to zoom in a little bit because now we can go up a little closer. We have some swap cards from my group to share. And we have a few other birthday cards to share. And then just kind of some thinking of you, congrats. Trying to think what this was. Oh, this was for my son Luke from Susan Holmes. So she sent him a congrats card on his move to California. This one here is a card that came from someone who earned a free stamp set from me based on her orders. So she earned 10 loyalty points and then she cashed them in. That was from Miss Sandy Palmer, I think. Oh gosh, where is her name? Hang on a minute. Yep, Sandy Palmer. And then this cute card is from Gail Beth Rice, a feel better kind of card, thinking of you and grateful. Love those images. That was a fun combination of products that we had back then with the gnomes. This is also from Susan Holmes. She mailed it with her swaps, with some money for mailing back her swaps. So that was from her. And then we got a card, or I got a card from Janelle using that sunflower embossing folder onto that new earthy foil paper. Really stunning. And she just brought that over one day, and this one, and we sat and talked. It was so much fun. So she did a couple cards and gifted them to me just because. So I felt very spoiled by that. Thank you, Janelle. Creative inspiration. Some birthday cards that I've received. Well, you know what? I'm going to save them because we have a Birthoween box to share. All right, so before I share those, I'm going to share some Halloween ones. This is a Halloween card from Debbie Gordon, and she also cashed in her loyalty points for a free stamp set, so she gifted me this cute card. And then this card kind of kicks off our swaps. This is from Susan Holmes. So there's a card that she gave during the swap time. Super cute. And we're going to breeze through these fast, you guys. It's already 12:21. I only wanted to make this an hour and a half at the most. An autumn, Celebrate Autumn card from Claudia Hecht. And then we have this card from Pat Stewart. Super cute. Look at how she cut around the steam coming out of the chimney, the smoke coming out of the chimney. Little deer in the background. And she used the embellishment as like probably a moon. I'm guessing it would be a moon or a sun, maybe. We have this card from Christy Lynn. I should show you the back sides, you guys, because some of them have recipes, quote unquote recipes. Hang on a minute. Those two did not, so I'm going to put them here. But I'm going back to the autumn one really quickly. There's Claudia's recipe if you want to take a screenshot of it. And then here, this one is a fun fold that goes like that. It's kind of similar to our mystery card inside, isn't it? And that is from Christy Lynn. You can take a screenshot of that. And then we have Happy Place, Suzanne Hertzler, sorry. That's her recipe. And then this is the front of her card. And then she put a little strip of accent paper on the inside. Really cute. Here's Aurora, the Lights of Aurora suite of products. And the back side, this is from Luann Peterson. So much creativity. We have two versions. Marcia swapped out 2 style cards for us. So here's the back side for the information for Marcia's card. And then she gave us 2 different versions. You can see the 2 different labels on there. And then on one of her cards, she had a bird on the inside too. Then we have this card from CJ Hart. Sweet and simple, stunning little look there with the tiny label or strips going across. This card is from Rose Carey. She's the one that gave me the Bertha Ween box that you're going to see in just a minute. Then we have this gatefold card from Miss Nancy Keebler. And on the back side, you can see her, peel that off there with my temporary adhesive. I stuck it back on there with temporary adhesive. There's her recipe. We call them recipes. Her list of products. Yeah, dementia is tough, isn't it, Heidi? I'm so sorry. Oh, thanks, Judy. This card is using let's see here, Brenda Eubens' Love and Courage, the Love and Courage, which is the product give back set that you can find in the mini catalog. And it opens like that. Is that a wowzer or what, you guys? And here is the recipe for that. We have another swap card from Miss Pat Stewart. I think I'm gonna get a drink of water here. It's been over an hour. Are you still all with me? Okay. Next, this is Pat Stewart's card. Very pretty. Love the striking red against the black there. And then the burst of white behind those flowers. This card is from Sandy Rousey. She has a little recipe on the back. And then here is her card with the insides even. Really pretty. This one using the Peace on Earth bundle from Gail Beth Rice. Look at how pretty that is too. So when she embossed this, she did a little bit of sanding to get some of those edges of the embossing section to stand out more with white. We have another strip type card from CJ Hart. This time she interwove them, put them between each other like that. And then this card is from Luann Peterson. So here's her recipe. And there's the front of her card. Lots of great ideas, you guys, using products from the mini catalog. This here is a fun fold card. It's a twisted easel card from Gail Beth Rice using the Peace on Earth bundle, Peaceful Garden Suite, and it props up onto the birdie like that. She also did the embossed and then did some more sanding here to get that white part to stand out more. This is a cute little square card. This is from Suzanne Hertzler using Lights of Aurora, and then the Snow Scene bundle with that matching punch. This is that embossing folder with the dots on it. Such a cute folder. Here we have another card by CJ Hart using some strips. She's genius in how she makes use of all of her paper strips. This card is from Luann Peterson, and there's the supply list. And then here's the front of it. And then this card is from Brenda Euben. Here's the supply list. And here's the front. It's a fun fold card, so it goes like that. Crazy cool, right? The red on black is stunning. So much inspiration. I agree with you, Tracy. Just talented people out there. Lots of creativity. You can't possibly think of all these things on your own. That's why swapping or gifting cards to each other, being in birthday exchange groups, or just, you know, getting together with friends that also have creative ideas, you can get so much more inspiration. Or you just watch my videos and get ideas from that too, but you don't have them in your hands then. So it's nice to have them in your hands. Join a group where you can get some ideas. This card here is using that beautiful Christmas Traditions of Christmas paper. Again, another card from Susan Holmes, and then she's got the pretty snowflakes on here. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Here we have Sympathy card. This one was done by Sandy Rousey. There's her ingredient list, her materials list. And then it opens like that. Okay, we got through the swaps. OMG, there's a lot here. We have another box. We have another box. This is the Bertha-ween box. And then I have some other birthday cards that I've received. So I'm going to quickly share with you the other birthday cards that I had gotten. Again, my birthday was in August, so this is so fun to keep on celebrating. This is a card that I received from Tammy McFarland. This is a card that I received from Rose Carey, even though she just sent me this box that you'll see in just a minute, but she gave me another card too. She's very generous. And then I received this card from Brenda Connolly. Really pretty with the layered leaves like that. This is that new foil paper, that earthen foil or whatever it's called. And then this card, oh, this is kind of cool. I like the way this opens here. This is from Phyllis Maples. So watch how this opens. And she used such a pretty stamp set for the sentiment. So it opens like this. Then you see this beautiful scene on the inside. And then you open it even more. Is that a cool fun fold type of idea there? I love it. Simple too. So doable, so simple, and so stunning. This is from Judy Duncan. She took some designer paper and then embossed over the top of it to get that texture across her whole design here and kind of get some like swirly wind look in the distance. And then I received this card recently from Sheila Chu. And it's one of those stretch cards like this. So you open it and stretch it out. Love it. Past paper pumpkin. And then this is a more current product, the squirrel. Go nuts. And then I received this card. Oh, this is another Sympathy card. I'm sorry it's not in the same. Okay, this should have been in my other pile. This is from Kathy Evans. I'm going to put that over my Sympathy card pile so I remember to share it with the family. And then this last card is from Monica Cable. And look how clever that is with the word as the stem. She used those embossing or dies that have the rectangle dies with the fun edges. And that is from her. So thank you to all of you who have sent cards for my birthday. Let me show you what Rose Carey sent now. OMG. All right, we're gonna move some stuff backwards here so we have room to place things. This is it. After I share this, you can all, well, if you're eating lunch now, totally do it. It's lunchtime. Okay. So here we go. This is Rose Carey's Happy Bertha-ween box to me. Thank you, Rose. So inside this cute little pouch that she made out of designer paper, we have embellishments, one of my favorites, and a card. Have some spooky fun. And there's my Happy Bertha-ween message. She always puts something on the inside of her cards too, so we had to open that up. Stick that back in. Velcro to close. Isn't that cute? Next, here's another pouch that's similar, just a smaller size. And in there, I have a pocket with a stamp in it that says, arriving eventually. Snail mail. And from me even, I'm prone to send belated cards that are a little late. So we have a box. Most of the rest of these things are boxes, but pouches, boxes, they're so cute. Oh my gosh. So this one decorated up on the sides and everything. And on the inside, there's a fun decoration to put on like our piano or a side table in our living room. Boo. I'm so excited, Rose. I cannot tell you. I opened this up in front of my team because Rose is on my team, my Stampers with Art group. I opened it in front of them. Like I opened the box for the first time in front of them, and it was just like such a fun surprise to see all the goodness that she sent. It's just crazy. Look at this, you guys. This is like a little gingerbread house. It's not real. It's like a clay or whatever, or ceramic gingerbread house, but totally cute. I love it so much. And then in this box, with a little Frankenstein on the front and the pretty papers there, we have another little ghost this time, or a ghost. This time it's holding, it's like a little ceramic figure that's holding one of those trick-or-treat containers. Another stinking cute decoration. Is there anything cuter than a ghost going trick-or-treating? No, there is not. Those are the best. Those little tiny kids walking around with sheets over their heads. They have to be careful though. This is like a fun little opening, like a crayon box opening type thing. On the front or a top, it says eek. And on the inside is a Reese's. Yum, yum, yum. So fun. So yummy. I think a couple more of these have treats. This one here is like a little, like a stuffed animal type thing. So we have the boo on the top. And then on the inside, you've been booed. It's squishy too. It's so cute. And we have, oh, thanks, Sherry. Isn't this crazy? And what you want to do, Sherry, she said, I have to go back to watch the beginning. What you have to do is watch this one in sections because it's a long video. And then I have this cute collection of boxes that she had put paper around. She surrounded it so that all of these are like individual openings, right? And inside we have these guys that walk. You know, you wind them up and they walk. Oh, just so adorable. Now I need a cat. I need a cat because wouldn't it be fun to have my cat chase these guys along the floor? She also gifted me this, which has inside 2 plaques, like wall hangings, little wall decorations. And one of them looks like this, and the other one looks like that. Be a witch. Why not? 4 more. No, 5 more. Hi, Barbie. This has a Ghirardelli chocolate in it, and then the cute little piggy trick-or-treater. This one is a box, and on the inside are those Oreo dipper kind of things. What are they called? I don't know. You get these cookie sticks, and you dip them into the Oreo treat. And her granddaughter loves these, so that's why she gave some to me. I know, am I spoiled? Would you do a tutorial on making boxes? Oh, I have in the past, but I could do another one. There's a trick. There's a easy trick for doing the cover versus the base. So I could do a simple box. Absolutely. Thanks for the suggestion. That was from, who was that from? That was from Donna. Thank you, Donna. This has a magnetic closure where the moon is. You open it up, and there's gummies and M&Ms and Reese's Pieces and all kinds of goodness in there. And it's more like a bag type of box, a bagalope or whatever. We have a box that looks like this. I told Rose that I might take pictures of all these and put them on my blog, but I never got to it. The blog post for today is super long. So she even decorated the tablet. Write your personal mini grimoire to, or this is your personal mini grimoire to write your spells. Oh my goodness sakes. And then the last box, it's just so much fun, you guys. This is so fun. There's a Pop-Tart inside my little eek box. Do the boys steal my treats? They don't know I have them because they rarely come in my room. When they were younger, they knew I had them, and I would pull them out once in a while and let them eat the extra treats I would have because I'm gluten-free, so I obviously can't eat a lot of this stuff, but I will, now that I've shared them with all of you, I will of course share them upstairs and say, anybody have at the treats? They're from Rose. So yeah, lots of creativity shared today, lots of inspiration, lots of new products so that you could get ready for November 4th when they debut. If you can't wait that long, you can of course get the starter kit this month, and the starter kit's on special. Don't forget, if you are somebody who really is passionate about Stampin' Up! Products, the starter kit is always an option, and you're not committing to like anything bad. You're just getting the starter kit for the great deal, and if you don't go any further with it, it's totally fine. $35 gets you up to $125 worth of product. Seriously, you pay $35 for it plus tax. The shipping's free. Like, it's a given. Like, just do it. There is a link for joining my Stampers with Art community in the description of my video. And you can also find it on my website under the Join the Fun tab. But just click on it this month. It's offered this month, $35, and then you get up to $125 worth of product of your choosing for $35 plus tax. It's crazy. There's another option too. You can pay $99 and get up to $189 worth of product. Either way, you get $90 in free product. It's so cool. Anything else that I want to talk about? I think just the upcoming lives. So I hope to see you next Wednesday. I'll go live again. I'm hoping to do something advent calendar wise by then, but we'll see. We're heading up to the cabin again today after this video is done, and I'm going to bring some products up there and see if I can create while I'm visiting with family. We'll just have stuff in front of me and I'll manipulate stuff, but yes, so much fun. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for staying tuned in for over an hour and a half on this Saturday's live. Have fun with the World Card Making Day event if you're going to be doing that. Take some time for getting lunch though right now, okay? Thanks, everyone. Take care. Now I'd like you all, and I'd love for you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.